Good morning, I'm Luna, and this is my testimony. I grew up knowing about Christ, but I never truly believed. I knew the stories, the commandments, and followed what my parents told me. I attended church and participated in religious activities, but my heart wasn't in it. In search for acceptance, I wore different masks to fit into different social groups. I hid and created aspects of myself, hoping to be liked and valued. But the more I adapted to others, the more I lost sight of who I really was. I felt like I was living several different lives and none of them felt true. As my family's faith grew stronger, I went along with it. I thought if God was real, maybe I would eventually feel whole too. But after being hurt by others and watching my parents struggle through pain, I couldn't see a reason to trust in God, who allowed so much suffering. The turning point came when I hit rock bottom. The first death was Adonis, my cousin's newborn son. I had hoped that his loss might bring our family together and fix some problems present, but in his passing, shattered that hope and left me questioning why innocent lives suffer so much. Soon after, my cousin Danny died unexpectedly. We had our differences, but his loss hit hard. It reminded me how fragile and uncertain life is, and when I learned my best friend was being sent across the country to boarding school, it broke me even more. I was also dealing with other mental health issues and issues with friends. The pain piled up, and I felt completely alone, buried under unspoken grief and fear. I had no one to turn to, so in desperation, I turned to God. I began to see my pain not as punishment, but as a lesson. Romans 5:3-5 says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope." That hope didn't come from me. It came from the realization that Jesus had suffered too. He had he had saw me in my brokenness, and instead of turning away, he died for me. For the first time, I truly repented, not just feeling sorry for my sins, but acknowledging that I had tried to live a life on my own term and not his. I asked Jesus to forgive me and lead my life. His grace didn't just cover my mistakes, it changed me. The true meaning of forgiveness, I learned, wasn't just something extended to others. First, I had to receive it from God, and when I did, I forgave those who had hurt me most, not just because they deserved it, but because I had been forgiven so completely through Christ and I didn't deserve it. That forgiveness brought peace, and it gave me the courage to let go of people pleasing and embrace who God created me to be. Romans 8:18 reminded me, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present times are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us." I stopped living for others' approvals and started living out for the love and acceptance I found in Christ. Now my identity isn't defined by others. I no longer feel like I have to earn love or hide parts of myself. In closing, my journey from doubt to faith has been marked by pain but also grace. Repenting, placing my faith in Jesus, and receiving his forgiveness was the turning point. Through him, I found peace, purpose, and strength to forgive, and I continue to walk forward trusting that God has more planned for my life.